I just did. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Conversation with Freedom. Today, I have a very special guest. She's one of the people who I look up to, and I always, the work that she's doing is so amazing. And I truly, Catalina, I truly appreciate you taking the time to do this with me. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I love having conversations with Freedom. I do.
Thank you so much. First of all, what are you doing in Spain? Because the last time we spoke, you were in Ecuador.
Yes. Okay, you're going to love this because I love it.
Okay.
I'm doing a master's program in theater, but it's a theater focused on psychology and self-development. So it's theater as a tool. And it aims to change the educational system and the psychological clinical system. So
wow.
Yeah, it's really like unique and niche and new, but
okay.
It basically uses theater and improv as a tool for self-development. So we have different modules like how to use theater for oppression, for prisons, for children, for education, in hospitals, all these things.
Oh, so that's what brought you in Spain.
Yeah, that's why I'm in Spain.
How long have you been there? And
I've been here for like less than 1 month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For those people who don't know who Catalina is, what can you tell them?
Oh, well, for the past 10 years, I've worked in theater. I'm an actress. I work a lot with social justice theater. And since the pandemic, I've become kind of a freelance illustrator. And I've been doing different projects with illustration.
Okay. And I'm assuming that you like to travel because you've been everywhere. What do you like most about traveling?
Everything, meeting the people. I think it just gives you a different, kind of like theater. You just put yourself in the shoes of other people.
Yeah.
And you realize how I've also ran into people I know here, which is weird. It's like you just notice that the world is tiny.
The world is very small.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So what keeps you inspired? What makes you to keep on doing what you're doing?
Honestly, my empathy and my compassion, because I'm constantly feeling, I just read the news and then I'm like, okay, I need to change the world. I need to be the example. I need to do anything I can in my power to make sure I leave it a better place, or at least the people that are around me can like see that there is a way. Because it's so easy to fall into, hating life or just looking at what you don't have and all these things, because it's true, like negativity and horrible things are very much a thing, but the good stuff is also there too. So
very true.
So it's about showing.
That's true. And speaking of hating, how do you deal with criticism? How do you deal with that? Because that's very important. I feel like
I'm just kidding. I'm a sensitive person. I've had a hard time with that when I was younger. Even though people don't perceive me as someone who is shy or someone who would be scared of that. But I am. I had an eating disorder when I was like, I almost died from it when I was 23. And that led me.
Sorry.
No, yeah. Do you have a question?
Yeah. No, carry on.
That led me. Oh, and coming from, Colombia and Ecuador, mental health is very much not a priority or even acknowledged. So when I was caught with my eating disorder, it was in the United States when I was living in the States. So that was the
Yeah.
first time ever that I had a look at mental health and how I perceived things and what brain chemistry changed. And, you know, I started noticing like, oh, I'm not just flawed and weird. There's this
Yeah.
whole thing that sticks behind us. So after that, I have learned to accept criticism with grace in
Yeah.
a sense of
Yeah.
just like, I'm aware that people are just projecting their own insecurities.
Yeah.
People that love you, you know, they,
Yeah.
like my mom, you know, if she has comments that are mean or hurtful, I'm like, I know she's projecting because she's scared of me. So I know it comes from love.
Wow.
So it's all these things of like just knowing where people come from when they say
Yeah.
things like that are hurtful. And constructive criticism, I'm always bring it on.
That's great. That's so amazing. And speaking of mental health, what kind of advice would you give to someone who's having a tough time? Because it's everywhere. It's
Yes,
everywhere. You know, mental health is a big issue in this world.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I would like to say is that there's nothing wrong with you. You know, you're not
Yeah.
flawed or broken or different. And
Yeah.
whatever does make you different is your superpower.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Tell me
learned that
more.
the
I
hard way.
I, I want to know about that. That's very
Yeah.
strong.
And also, feelings are temporary. I've noticed, and
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends
Yeah.
that when they're in a bad place, they never see like a light at the end of the tunnel. They just think
Yeah.
like life is horrible and how is it going to get better? When is it going to get better? And
Yeah.
then it gets better and you take it for granted. You don't notice it. So it's like
Ah.
everything is fleetal, you know, the good and the
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Very
So,
true.
and everything has a lesson. I also learned that like changing the way you talk to yourself, um, instead of
Yeah.
being a victim, just be like, okay, what is this trying to teach me? What am I
Yeah.
learning from all these horrible
Wow.
feelings or this horrible situation?
Okay.
Yeah. And also being present, because every time you're anxious, your mind is in the future. Or every time you're depressed, you're probably thinking of the past and all your mistakes and everything you've done wrong. But right now, you're fine. You're good.
Wow, that's so profound. That's very powerful. That's so very powerful. I had to take like a minute to digest it. That's
Yes.
so that's so very powerful. Where would you like to see yourself in the next 5 years? Because you're doing so much and the work that you're doing speaks to the heart of the people. Where would you like to see yourself in the next 10 or 5 years?
Um, I'm an actress first and foremost, so I've been dying to act since I came to Spain, but I haven't found the way. So I'm hoping by
Okay.
then I'm acting all the time. I also want to be a teacher. I want to
Okay.
work, yeah, I want to work with teens because I think teens really have a hard time and they get very looked over.
Yeah.
They're, you know, they have so many problems and people are like, they're just teens, you know, they, of course they have
Yeah,
problems. And
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
hold on, listen to them, you know. So that,
yeah.
and I'm working on illustrating some books of my own for children. So I'm hoping that takes off, but that's still something I have to work with because my perfectionism and my inner critic sometimes is my
Yeah.
own obstacle when it comes to
Okay.
that.
And I forgot to mention to people that you are also an artist. You have some amazing piece on your social handle. So people just go check her out. She's so amazing, and the work that she's doing is very, very, very inspiring. So where does the passion of being an artist come from?
You know, I think it started from loving literature when I was young.
Yeah.
Um, and that was not enough because when I started acting, I was so scared, so scared, but I
Yeah.
knew I wanted to do it. So I just
Yeah.
pushed myself through it. And every experience just shed another layer of fear. But then it became a huge passion because, as an actor, if you have a role, it might be a role you don't like, you might get Hitler or something. But you still have to see the humanity in the character, the reason, the truth of that person and why they do what they do. So it just gives this whole sense of compassion that I just find it magical. Like, I find theater like magic. So
yeah. Okay.
what keeps me going with that.
Okay. So do you have any books recommendation that you would like to suggest for people to check them out? Books that have helped you along the way?
Let me think. I stopped reading spirituality books because I was getting too like in my head all the time of like, am I doing the right thing? Am I being grateful enough? All these things. So I started reading novels.
Okay.
But some of them are The Midnight Library by Matt Haig.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Haig. I don't know how you say his last name. But it is a book that starts off really heavy with depression and with suicide. And it's okay. Let me tell you about it. It's so cool. This girl is going through a really hard time and she commits suicide. And when she does, she finds herself in the Midnight Library, which is a place where every book is her present time if she had taken a different choice in life.
Wow.
I know. It's so good. And it's so beautiful. It's at the end of the book, you're just floating and you're just so grateful and you just see life with different eyes. It's wonderful.
Wow, I will definitely go check it out.
It's so good.
Yeah. What are some of the life lessons that you've learned and that you would like to share with us?
I think take your time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're constantly like reaching for something or wanting something or having goals and just not taking your time. And I used to think walking fast was like a power move and like, wow, she looks so confident. But now I think walking slow and like taking life in is like where the beauty lies. When I first got here to Spain, I was really scared, new country, new everything. So I was like isolating myself. And with that came a lot of guilt. Of like, oh, I'm not taking advantage. I'm not trying to make friends. I'm not this and that, all these things. And then I got over it and I went out there, but I realized like, it's okay to have your time where you don't feel okay. It's okay to have your grief and accept it and sit with that feeling. I think surrendering to horrible feelings and just feeling how they feel in your body is the key, because you don't internalize them, you don't analyze them, you don't try to fix them all the time, you don't try to fix yourself, you just flow, and then they flow themselves too.
Okay, that's great. What kind of impact do you want to have in the world?
What I told you, I just hope people are either happier or more compassionate or more grateful. Really, empathy is everything to me. Just what is the other person feeling? What are they going through?
Now, when are you coming to Africa? I think this is one of the...
I know, I'm so close. I have to now.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm working on all my paperwork here because it takes time and bureaucracy is huge here. So I haven't even traveled outside of where I am, which is Valencia. But I'm hoping by February I can go see the world everywhere.
Please do visit Africa. Please do.
Oh my God, I'm dying to.
That's great. What are some of the things that you would like to share with us that I didn't ask?
Let's see. I don't know.
Take your time. Please take your time.
Let's see. I don't know. I think being in a new country, my biggest fear was running into like people that are mean or not kind.
Yeah.
And my thought that helped me go through that was that if they are mean or not kind, that's not on you. It's not a reflection on you, and you're still sweet and kind, so it doesn't matter.
Very true.
Yeah. So
that's true. That's very powerful. How would you like to be remembered?
The same way. just at least someone that tried, and someone that was, I have clinical depression, like diagnosed, and I have all these things that, it shows that I wasn't like born like this happy-go-lucky person, but I am constantly trying for myself and others to discover healthy ways to cope, to exist, to interact. So I'm hoping people remember me by just me attempting to constantly be love.
Okay. Thank you so much, Catalina. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for always taking the time to do this with me. I truly appreciate it. I was telling you,
yes, thank you.
Hopefully soon. Please keep me posted, and thank you so much. Please stay safe and stay blessed.
Thank you.
Wait. Thank you. How can people find you online?
My Instagram is Cata_S_B.
Okay.
And that's how I have everything. My Cata_S_B on Facebook and my art account. From there, I have links. So I think my Instagram is the best way to go.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.